Well, come along with me today and I'm going to show you how to make a Hooiser sandwich. Now, if you're like me, I never had one before and I just made it and I found a new love and I want to share it with you. So come along with me and I'll show you how.
Well, I have my pork loin, pork chops. I got tongue-tied there. And now we're going to try a recipe that I saw a fellow YouTuber do, Laurice. So if you're watching, this is my take of it. I will leave a link to her channel and a link to her recipe of how she did hers because I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. And now I'm going to take the thin pork loin chops that we cut up and I'm just going to pound them out a little bit thinner than what I had them cut. And I don't have one of them nice little gadgets right now, but I do have my nice little cast iron crock that you always see me use and keep my salt and pepper in. Well, I'm going to use that because it's cast iron and I can, and guess what, folks? I don't have to go out and buy a special one because this one really works nice. So I'm going to continue to flatten out all these pieces and we'll be back. Okay, get yourself a bowl out like I have here. We're going to add 2 cups of buttermilk. Pour that all in. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. So let's get that in. And then you're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then you're going to need a teaspoon of the dried minced garlic, or if you have fresh, I want you to use 7 to 8 cloves and go ahead and mince them up. But I don't have the fresh, I do have the dehydrated. So I'm going to go ahead and add my dehydrated. I'm going to grab a spoon and we're going to mix this all up. Okay, let's give this all a good mix. Okay, that's good enough. And now we're gonna sit there and put all them pounded pork chops that we did into this nice buttermilk solution. We're gonna allow this to marinate for no less than 4 hours. Overnight is better. So go ahead and make sure they're all nice and submerged in here. I want to make sure all of it's touching the meat. And make sure it stays underneath the marinade. I'll see you when it's time to bread these bad boys up. Okay, let's get making our Hooiser sandwiches. I already have our pork
loin chops, soaking in our buttermilk brine here. Now in this bowl, we're gonna sit there and put 1 cup of potato flakes, and then we're gonna mix. I'll go a 1/2 cup first. And then we're gonna mix in a teaspoon of salt. And then you're gonna want a good teaspoon of pepper as well. I'm gonna grab a fork and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna sit there and give this all a good whisk with the fork to mix the flour and the potato flakes all together. Alright, on my stove, I already have my cast iron pan. I'll heat it up with about 1.5 tablespoons of oil. And now I'm going to sit there and go into the bowl that have our brined chops. We're going to pick one up, bring it over here, dip it into our breading solution. Get that breading on there very good. Pat it down in there. And then we're going to take it over and we're going to fry it right up in the frying pan. Just like this. So, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm over by the frying pan. And now let's go ahead. And now we're going to fry them up for 4 minutes on each side. Okay, it's time to flip them over and cook the other side for another 4 minutes. Okay, there's my timer going off again. Now I'm going to remove these onto a cooling rack and we'll be back over at the table to assemble our Hooiser sandwich. Okay, I brought it over here to my table to assemble. So you're going to have to grab a Kaiser roll. And let me grab a plate. Okay, I went ahead and I spread some Miracle Whip down on each half of the Kaiser roll. Now get yourself some Bibb lettuce. And we're going to put some of that down on the sandwich as well. Okay, now we're going to sit there and take our fried pork chop, put some slices of tomato down. Oh, let me make sure that you guys are getting this. And then go ahead and top with your other bun. Well, I did mine upside down.
But you get the gist. Okay, now I got the rest of my husband's supper to put on the plate there, and he'll give us a taste test.
Good.
Now that was how easy it was to make a Hooiser sandwich. Be sure to make yourself one today, and if you like what you saw here, go down below, hit the like button, go up above, hit the subscribe button, tap that little bell, that way you're always notified every time I do put out a new video, and thank you for watching. Y'all come back now.